Before she was crowned the Gator Queen, before millions watched her take down monsters from the deep with icy precision, Liz Cavalier was just a determined Cajun girl, born and raised in the tangled, unforgiving heart of Louisiana's bayou country. Out there, life wasn't about comfort or luxury, it was about survival. With a rifle in one hand and generations of family tradition etched into her bones, Liz grew up learning to respect the land and fear nothing that moved in it. But while the world came to know her through the hit series Swamp People, a no-nonsense woman with deadly aim and grit to match, the real story was never shown on camera. Behind the scenes, beyond the fame and fanfare, Liz's life was marked by quiet heartbreak, family battles, and moments of soul-shattering loss. Tragedies that played out away from the spotlight, some whispered about in online forums, others never spoken of at all. This is the story of a woman who didn't just survive the swamp, she conquered it. A story of pain, of betrayal, of a fight to protect the family name, even as the industry she helped build turned its back on her. And just when it seemed like the Gator Queen's reign had ended, she did something no one expected. She came back, stronger, smarter, and more unapologetically Cajun than ever. So sit back and get ready, because we're about to dive deep into the untold truth behind Liz Cavalier. The woman who didn't just make history in the swamp, she became legend. In the heart of Louisiana, where the air hangs thick with mist and the cypress trees stretch like ancient sentinels above the swamp, Elizabeth Dupreau was born on January 21, 1970, in the tiny Cajun village of Pierre Par. This wasn't the kind of place you found on a map. It was the kind of place you had to feel. The murky waters, the crack of a rifle in the distance, the scent of gumbo drifting from a kitchen window. This was Liz's world. Her parents, CJ and Ella Dupreau, weren't weekend hunters. They were seasoned bayou survivalists, true swamp legends in their own right. CJ, a skilled alligator hunter, Ella, the heart of the home and a master of traditional Cajun cooking. From day one, Liz was raised not just to survive, but to thrive in one of the toughest environments in the country. She had 4 siblings, Donald, Darren, Joe, and Diane. And while most little girls played with dolls, Liz was out in the marshes learning to track alligators. And by age 12, she wasn't just watching from the boat. She was pulling in lines, aiming her rifle, and earning her place in a tradition where few women were ever welcomed. And if you're wondering how fearless she was, she once had a pet alligator. No, really, a full-grown one named Charlie Pie, over 7 feet long. He'd come when she called and waddle up for crackers like a loyal dog. But even the swamp has rules. And when her father found out about Charlie, he made a decision that broke Liz's heart. Because in the bayou, the line between wild and tame can get you killed. That moment, the death of Charlie Pie, was more than just childhood heartbreak. It was her first real lesson in the harsh, unbending reality of swamp life. By the late 2000s, Liz Cavalier was known around her parish as one of the toughest women in the swamp. But to the rest of the world, she was still a mystery. That all changed with one phone call. In 2010, the History Channel launched a risky new reality series called Swamp People, a raw, unfiltered look at Louisiana's gator season. It featured real hunters, real dangers, and real Cajun culture. The first season, a surprise hit. Viewers were hooked, and the showrunners, desperate for more. By season 2, the show's breakout star Troy Landry, king of the swamp, was facing a serious challenge. He had over 320 gator tags to fill, and not enough firepower to fill them. The production team needed someone fast, someone reliable, and someone completely different. All roads led to one name whispered again and again across bayou country: Liz Cavalier. She wasn't just good with a rifle, she was unshakable in the wild. And more importantly, she was real. Cut to reenactment, B-roll. Liz stepping into the boat for her first shoot, Her signature camo and focused expression telling viewers she means business. Liz later admitted that interviews made her more nervous than the Gators. But when the cameras started rolling, something clicked. Her debut came in Season 2, Episode 4, First Mates. And by Episode 5, she was already Troy's most trusted sharpshooter. Tag after tag, gator after gator, Liz didn't just pull the trigger. She stole the show. Viewers were mesmerized. She brought something new, a calm, commanding presence in a world dominated by men. And it wasn't just her skills that stood out. It was her humility, her strength, her grit. And that's how the legend of the Gator Queen was born. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. During the episode Dark Waters, Liz suffered a painful injury while wrangling a particularly aggressive gator. Most people would have tapped out. Liz? She patched up, toughened up, and came back swinging in the very next episode. By the time Season 2 wrapped, one thing was clear. Liz Cavalier wasn't just a supporting cast member. She was a fan favorite, a role model, and a rising star in one of the most dangerous jobs on TV. By the end of Season 2, Liz Cavalier had already proven herself. She wasn't just Troy Landry's sharpshooter. She was a force of her own. So when Season 3 rolled around, Liz made a move that would change everything. She left Troy's boat and captained her own. Her mission was personal, to carry on her father's legacy and prove that a Cajun woman could do more than just hang with the best of them. She could lead. "I didn't just want to fill tags," Liz once said. "I wanted to fill my father's boots." She partnered with Christy Broussard, a U.S. Navy veteran and rancher. Christy was strong, capable, and green. But under Liz's guidance, she transformed from rookie to real-deal swamp hunter. Together, they braved some of Louisiana's most brutal terrain, including the infamous Monster Marsh. Now, if you've never heard of Monster Marsh, understand this. It's not just a nickname. It's a place where gators grow bigger, meaner, and more aggressive than anywhere else. And years earlier, Liz had nearly lost her life there. Returning was more than just a hunting trip. It was a reckoning. Reenactment B-roll moment. Liz and Christy pulling in a supposedly dead gator, until it suddenly explodes into motion, thrashing violently in the boat. A 700-pound beast, maimed, furious, and very much alive. As Christy screamed warnings, Liz held on with every ounce of strength she had, then landed the perfect shot. The gator went still. The boat fell silent. But then they noticed something. "He ripped his whole damn leg off," Liz said, stunned. The gator had been attacked by something even bigger. Moments like this weren't rare. They were routine for Liz, and that's what separated her from everyone else. She didn't hunt for show. She hunted because this was her way of life, and she wasn't doing it alone anymore. Narrator paused with softer music. Because when Christy couldn't return for the next season, Liz turned to someone even closer. Her daughter, Jessica. Legacy in blood. Jessica had grown up at Liz's side, learning the rhythms of the swamp, the weight of a rifle, and the meaning of tradition. By Season 4, she wasn't just helping her mom. She was continuing a legacy passed down through generations. Their partnership was tested during one chaotic episode titled Breaking Point. Boats broke down, equipment failed. Bad luck hit at every turn. But when the smoke cleared, the Cavaliers had done what they always did. They endured. And then came the monster that would define their story. The monster of Monster Marsh. By Season 5, Liz and Jessica locked in on a legend. A gator so massive and violent that locals whispered about it for years. Some said it couldn't be killed. Others doubted it existed at all, but Liz and Jessica found it, hooked it, and with no winch, no extra help. They dragged a 13.5-foot, 900-pound beast into the boat, by hand. That gator was the largest catch of the season, a moment that silenced critics, and etched the Cavalier women into the folklore of Louisiana forever. For 5 seasons, Liz Cavalier wasn't just a fan favorite. She was the heart of swamp people. Viewers tuned in every week to watch her courage, her calm under pressure, and the powerful bond she shared with her daughter Jessica. But then, just like that, she was gone. No warning, no explanation, no goodbye. When Season 7 aired, fans were shocked to see Liz missing, along with several other longtime cast members. Even Junior Edwards, another fan favorite, was out. The reason? Still a mystery. Behind the scenes, there had been a management shakeup at the production company, Original Media. New executives, new direction. And apparently, no room for the original stars who built the show from the swamp up. For most reality TV personalities, that would have been the end. Quiet exit, career over. But Liz Cavalier? She's not most people. Speaking out. Not long after the Season 7 premiere, Liz took to Facebook and dropped a bombshell. In an emotional, unfiltered post, she revealed that she hadn't been told why she was cut. Worse, nearly the entire original cast was being dropped, with no explanation, no closure, and no respect. "The fans are the ones being hurt the most," she wrote. "They deserve to know the truth." The response? Explosive. Thousands of fans commented, shared, and demanded answers. Many even threatened to stop watching the show altogether. Music shift, darker, defiant beat. But producers weren't happy. Rumors swirled that Liz was pressured to delete the post. The show's creators allegedly wanted silence, compliance, and for Liz to simply fade away. She didn't. Instead, she went live on Facebook, face to camera, voice trembling but firm, doubling down on everything she had said. "I won't be bullied into silence," she said. "This ain't about money. This is about respect. For our families, our culture, and the fans who got us here." Her husband, Justin Chott, backed her up, inviting fans to comment and even hinting that other companies had tried to buy their silence. But Liz wouldn't sell her voice. She stood tall, not as a TV personality, but as a woman defending her family's legacy. She didn't curse. She didn't scream. She just told the truth, and fans loved her even more for it. After the camera stopped rolling, after the producers moved on, Liz Cavalier never did. While others returned quietly to life in the swamp, Liz turned the next page in her story, on her own terms. The Gator Queen's Cookbook. In 2015, Liz poured her heart and heritage into something new. The Gator Queen Liz Cookbook. Not just a recipe book, a 192-page tribute to her family's Cajun roots. Packed with over 100 authentic dishes, 75 vivid photographs from the bayou, and stories behind every recipe, it was a love letter to the land and the people who shaped her. From venison and wild duck, to squirrel, nutria, turtle, and crawfish, Liz offered fans a true taste of the swamp. And tucked in the back, her mother Ella's beloved cracker pudding recipe, one of Liz's most personal favorites. This wasn't about branding, it was about preserving culture before it disappeared. Family first, Jessica's battle and Bella's arrival. But 2015 wasn't just about food. That year, Liz did something few reality stars dare to do. She went public with her daughter Jessica's struggle with substance abuse. In a powerful and emotional Facebook post, Liz shared that Jessica had reached 101 days sober. "She's fighting hard," Liz wrote, "and I couldn't be prouder." The raw honesty struck a chord. Fans flooded her with messages of support and shared their own stories. For once, reality TV had nothing to do with it. That same year, the family welcomed a miracle. In September 2015, Jessica gave birth to her daughter, Bella. Liz became a grandmother, and for the first time in years, there was light after the storm. She called Bella her greatest blessing, posting birthday tributes and sharing tender moments that gave fans a glimpse into the soft side of the Gator Queen. Tough in the boat, gentle in the kitchen, fierce in the face of grief. That's Liz Cavalier. The dream expands, Cajun restaurants and crafts. With her cookbook a hit and her family back on steady ground, Liz started dreaming even bigger. On Facebook, she teased fans with the idea of opening Gator Queen's authentic Cajun restaurant on Pecan Island. The response? Overwhelming. Fans begged for it. While the restaurant never opened, Liz channeled her creativity elsewhere, hand-making floral wreaths, birdhouses, and rustic Cajun decor. It wasn't about profit, it was about passion. She brought the same care to her crafts as she did to her cooking and hunting. A setback and a smile. In early 2016, Liz faced another challenge: knee surgery. Justin posted a photo of her in a hospital bed, smiling and flashing a thumbs up. No drama, no complaints, just another chapter in a life built on bouncing. And then, after nearly 6 years away from the spotlight, just when fans thought they'd seen the last of Liz Cavalier, she came back. The Return to Swamp People, Season 12. In 2021, Liz made her triumphant return to Swamp People in Season 12, not just as a guest, but as a full-on lead. Her comeback episode, appropriately titled Cajun Queen. She wasn't alone either. This time, she mentored her stepson Destin, passing down the knowledge and respect that had been taught to her decades ago. Together, they hunted with old-school techniques, the kind Liz learned as a girl in the marshes near Hester Island. In one emotional episode, Darkest Fears, she navigated flooded swamps and rickety bridges, proving once again that she wasn't just back. She was better than ever. Fame is fleeting. Television moves on. New stars take the stage. But legends, they never leave. The Queen, without a crown. Today, Liz Cavalier lives on Pecan Island, tucked deep in the Louisiana bayou, with her husband Justin Chott and his sons Destin and Diamond. No cameras, no crew. Just the rhythm of the tide, the hum of cicadas, and the quiet strength of a woman who never needed the spotlight to shine. Every September, she's still out there in a boat, pulling in lines, filling gator tags, and doing what she's done since childhood, living off the land. She doesn't need TV to prove who she is. She is the bayou. The culture keeper Liz still connects with fans through Facebook, where she shares throwbacks from her Swamp People days, cooking videos, craft projects, and heartfelt posts about her family. She doesn't post to impress, she posts to connect. Every dish she shares, every story she tells, every lesson she passes down to Bella and Destin is part of a bigger purpose, preserving Cajun culture in a world that's rapidly forgetting it. Because to Liz, being Cajun isn't a costume for reality TV. It's a bloodline, a way of life, a sacred inheritance. The original Gator Queen. Sure, the show moved on. Pickle Wheat, Ashley Jones, and others now carry the torch. They're talented, they're tough, but for longtime fans, there's no question. Liz Cavalier was the original. The first woman to rise, lead, and dominate in a world ruled by men. She didn't just open doors for female hunters, she kicked them off the hinges. Liz's story is more than just swamp battles and TV fame. It's a testament to the power of roots, resilience, and realness. She showed the world that strength doesn't always shout. Sometimes it just keeps going. Through heartbreak, through rejection, through the deepest, muddiest waters life can throw at you. And no matter what anyone says, Liz Cavalier will always be the Gator Queen. If this story moved you, leave a comment below with your favorite Liz Cavalier moment. Were you a fan of hers from the start? Should she return to Swamp People? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another real story from classic Hollywood and beyond. Until next time, stay wild, stay proud, and never forget where you come from.